So here we are at the India Sanitation Coalition, which has been around for under 2 years now, holding its first conclave. And I'm delighted to see the energy in the room. I'm delighted to see how different stakeholders are coming together, which was the objective of the India Sanitation Coalition. The objective was to get all stakeholders together on one platform, not for profit groups, government, donor agencies, and corporates. And I'm happy to see that it is a growing body of stakeholders, and the interrelationships and collaborations between stakeholders are indeed happening. Now, we have one of the most historic moments in our country's history. A prime minister has a call for action. Because of his call to action, all the ministries, many public sector companies have heard and indeed responded to that clarion call. The private sector, too, is rallying round, a little more slowly, but rallying round. What we are needing is collective action at a scale which the country needs. So we've got the Swachh Bharat mission and government acting at a level which it must, because government has to drive the program. But we need everybody else, all of us, each of us as citizens. We need the not-for-profit community which works in the space, NGOs which are doing fantastic work, but we need more of them. We need the ones that are working to scale up. We need more money in the sector to begin to close the sections in the areas which government is not being able to reach. So to give you one example, in the whole area of financing, government provides a subsidy. The subsidy can vary from 10 to 12,000 rupees, but it is not often enough to get the toilet done in a manner which the person, the household, the villager wants it done. And therefore, we need to be able to bridge the gap. And readily available today is microfinance, funding. Banks have been, in fact, allowed and enabled to call the lending for sanitation into priority sector lending. We have to be able to garner this money and shove it into the sanitation space for financing. So all the enabling regulations there, yet it isn't happening at the levels that it should. So our effort at the India Sanitation Coalition is to work with those that have been doing this quite well in the south, for example, bring them to the north. We have agencies like water.org who have mastered this, and we are now looking to replicate it at a different scale. So often the solutions are under our nose, but they have not scaled up, either because those that have the answers have not collaborated with others, or they have just been able to do as much as they have capacity to do. So how can we help them build capacity? So my answer to this is that sanitation is not a vertical. Sanitation is a horizontal. And what I mean by that is, if as a company, the CSR objective of the company is to be in education, to be in health, both those have a horizontal cutting through of sanitation. So if I'm in schools, I should definitely have proper toilets which my girls and boys can use to make sure they stay in school, because all statistics show girls drop out of schools that do not have toilets or do not have functioning toilets. Similarly, health. You can't talk of working for health, trying to get people healthy, when you've got a sanitation problem and kids are dying of diarrhea. So we have to embrace sanitation as a cause, irrespective of what we believe our CSR missions are as corporates, because sanitation underpins whichever space we believe we're in. So what we are really looking to here is to bring more people on board, more companies on board, more institutions on board, more money on board, to provide the relationships, the partnerships, and the collaborations which allow all these different players to work so that 2 plus 2 equals 10. The challenges are many, but I'm so happy to see the energy in the country today, where you don't have to push to find you are rebuffed by a closed door. You push only to find there is an open door. People want to work in the Swachh Bharat space because it is a national call. They often don't know how, and it is really therefore about showing what that how is. As far as corporates go, it's about money, yes. It's about being able to show how to execute well, because corporates execute well. And if corporates would adopt the villages around where they work, the factories around where they work, it would make a huge difference. And a third way that corporates can engage is volunteering. Get your employees, and we have a program called Swachhta Doots, which was developed by Hindustan Unilever and implemented by them, which we've taken to other corporates through the India Sanitation Coalition. So another 3 corporates are adopting this, where their employees become the sanitation Swachhta Doots. We teach them how they could use a very simple mobile app to disseminate the message of sanitation in the village in which they live, to their communities, so that the kids there, the mothers there, the fathers, all embrace sanitation and understand what it's about. So each one of us, in a small way, in a big way, whichever way we choose, can actually be part of this sanitation movement. We do have, again, challenges in terms of technology. The good news is, and Param Iyer, Secretary, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, referred to the twin pit technology as the gold plaque of toilets. That it's often looked down on being the twin pit toilet, but actually it is a fabulous answer if it is built right. Why is it a great answer? People can use it, and when you seal one pit, which may fill up after 2 to 3 years, it is actually ready to be used as fertilizer. It's pathogen free. And in fact, there are pictures of him digging the shit out, the processed shit out, to use it as fertilizer. So twin pit technology exists. It isn't always the answer, because sometimes you have very rocky spaces or you have high water tables when this does not work. So we do need technology solutions that are adapted for different terrain, and more research in this space becomes very, very important. Another area where we need a lot of work is behavior change. So yes, you can build a toilet, you can provide the finance, government can provide the subsidy, but how do we make sure people use the toilet and use it right? So the whole area of behavior change is going to require a lot of engagement through communication experts, so that people move to becoming open defecation free in villages and then stay open defecation free once declared open defecation free. So I think that area, again, how we communicate through schools programs right up to village communities and in our cities is quite important. And the way we communicate in cities is different to the way you need to communicate in villages. In cities, actually, they're clamoring for clean toilets. In villages, they still have to be handheld into why not to defecate in the open and actually build a toilet. So the communication messages, again, have to be adapted for different communities in different languages. And I'm glad to see that government is pushing on this message of communication as hard as they are pushing on toilets. So many spaces for us to engage in. The good news is the work has started. We have a long way to go, but the difference is already evident. And India is, in fact, has moved from being what we were at 40% open defecation free to 60% open defecation free. And I believe there will be at least 6 to 7 states by the end of the year, whole states of India, who will be declared open defecation free. So we all need to clamber on this journey, push along, and learn as we go, adapt, but make sure that we don't lose sight of the outcomes and the target.